Hey everybody, my name is Ryan, or 111 if you prefer, and I wanted to take a moment to talk real quickly about my upcoming introduction to the Elder Futhark rune course that's going on through No Storm Mystic Academy. And I wanted to talk specifically about my runes, the set of runes that I made up while I was writing the workbook for that course. Um, so the course it's going to be 5 weeks long. It starts April 15th, and we're going to go from about 7 till 9 p.m. Eastern. Um, I'm trying to leave a bunch of time open in there for discussion and talking, because as much as I'm going to share my thoughts on the runes, I would like to hear feedback from the students as well. I like the idea of a real-time discussion where we can kind of develop and grow our understanding together. Um, the workbook that you get as part of doing that course, uh, I wrote over the course of a couple months, and it was difficult to go inside my mind and try and pull out all these thoughts. I've been working so closely with the runes for so long that it's just kind of part of my everyday life. So to to take things that are just kind of natural truths to you and then try and write them out in such a way that other people can understand was quite a bit more daunting than I was expecting. One of the ways that I worked through it was I made my own rune set. I've had multiple rune sets before. I have Elder Futhark set that was made for me by a friend that's really gorgeous that I love using. But I thought it was time that I made a set of Elder Futhark runes that I kept for myself. So a lot of people know at least this part where the tiles, the actual chunks, are all very differently shaped and stuff, but they all started as quarter by about an inch, or quarter by inch and a quarter, and these were cut off from uh, knife forging workshops, because I'm a blacksmith primarily, and I used to teach a lot of blacksmithing before the lockdowns. And I would always have these tiny little chunks, these tiny little tiles left over from when I was still students. And after my last big round of knife workshops, I had 24 of these tiles that were all within reason enough, right? So I decided, that I was going to make my rune set, and then I saw these tiles, and I was like, well, this is what I'm going to make them out of, because it's perfect. It's pieces for my students, and what better to teach me than the people that I teach and learn with. Um, so I did those. I have a bunch of chisels that I like to use, chisels that I'm comfortable and familiar with. But a while ago, a blacksmith and farrier and hobbyist of a million other things. This guy was very talented. He left a bunch of stuff when he passed away, and I was invited to come and go through and grab some of the pieces. And one of the things that I took was this chisel that I thought was really neat. I really liked it, but I never used it, and it's not really the style of chisel that I would use anyway. So I decided that that was going to be the chisel that I was going to chisel this rune set out of. So that takes care of the runes. The bag that they're in, specifically this way oversized bag, this was the hood from my festival shirt. So my primary income before COVID was that I would do shows through the summer, medieval festivals, Ren fairs, Viking things, steampunk festivals, that sort of thing, where I would go out for the weekend and I would demonstrate blacksmithing and I would sell my wares. So I had like a festival shirt, like a blanket festival shirt, tunic thing that I could wear to pretty much disguise anywhere. Um, and it had a hood on it. And my wife Ali had made it for me years and years and years ago. Anyway, there's pictures of it now where like the whole belly's falling out. The last like couple of years that I wore it, it was falling apart, and we had to keep upgrading it and salvaging it and stuff. And finally, I decided it was time for it to go away. And when we get festivals back, I'll need a new shirt. But this was the hood, which was like the only intact part of it. So that's the back seam, and then I just stitched the face hole of the hood shut. So kind of morbid, but I like this Bemir's head on my belt kind of, you know, process that goes on here, where I keep the runes with me in this sack, and I can consult with them, whenever I need. Um, the string here, even this, it has a significance. There's a roll of jute, a roll of cotton thread, and a roll of twine that stay in my toolbox at all times, just in case, for necklaces, if we need to sell a pendant and we're out of leather straps or whatever, or just to lash things down. Like, it's always good to have. So I took 3 strands of those things and I braided them together. And I'm not very good at braiding, but it got the job done. So yeah, this set meant a lot to me, and it helped kind of encourage me to finally write. And the workbook is me pouring my heart out and my 20 plus years of just studying and understanding and wanting to further grow and further understand. So if you're interested in coming and talking about the runes with me, I really super appreciate that. Check out North Star Mystic Academy for information and for booking and all that. And I look forward to getting to know everyone and sharing my passion and my love of the runes. Thank you.